Hour 3 on this beautiful Tuesday, August 17th, 2021. We'll begin with some breaking news. Breaking news out of the NFL world. A defensive player just got paid. Jamal Adams, who was in contract negotiations with the Seattle Seahawks. The reason he's on the Seattle Seahawks because he was in contract negotiations with the Jets. An absolute stud has now come to terms with the Seattle Seahawks on a 4-year, $70 million deal that will make him the league's highest paid safety, I'm told, says Ian Rappaport at Rap Sheet. $38 million guaranteed. Breaking the stalemate a long time coming and well-deserved. It was reported this morning that Jamal wanted $40 million guaranteed, and only $38 million was offered in guarantees from the Seahawks. The Seattle Times had reported that this morning. My first response, literally upon reading that it was a $2 million difference, okay, which is a shit ton of money. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's a lot of money, okay, in comparison to $70 total million. You can't let $2 million break that contract negotiation. That was literally my first thought. $2 million is what they're fighting over right now. Let's figure this out. Let's bygones be bygones. Maybe give somebody an Elton John piano or a guitar or something from Jim Irsay in there. Let's figure it out. They figure it out. They were much better when he was playing, when he was healthy. The Seattle Seahawks get a piece of their defense that they've been looking for some time.
So what do you think they did to make up the difference? Don't you think they could just say, all right, well, let's do some kind of incentive thing if you really feel strong about getting that extra $2 million, or was it just an optics thing? Like he wanted to show, hey, I got 40 guaranteed.
Okay, so $40 million guaranteed would be awesome, and let me tell you why. $40 million guaranteed at the safety position would make him the second highest guarantee in the history of the NFL when it comes to the safety position. Landon Collins of Washington signed an $84 million deal. Average per year was $14 million, and he got total guaranteed 44.5, fully guaranteed 31 million or something like that, okay? So I'm not sure how this makes him the highest paid safety in the league by any of the numbers that we're currently looking at. It's being shaped that way, so maybe the average, maybe incentives, I'm not 100% sure. Is it because the average is the highest per year?
It's usually average. They usually go off the average per year.
So the average per year, this is the highest one for Justin Simmons of the Broncos, is $15.25 million per year. Before, this is via Spotrac?
No, this is overthecap.com.
This is overthecap.com. This is what they have. Buda Baker just signed a deal. His total value is $59 million. He had $33 million guaranteed. Justin Simmons got $35 million guaranteed. So $38 million guaranteed is the highest as of the most recent contracts. But Landon Collins fucking went to work against Washington down there when he signed for $84 million. I can't wait to dive into this a little bit more. Maybe there will be escalators that can get him to the $40 million guaranteed if he really wanted that. I thought it was potentially a misprint. I thought maybe they were only getting their information from the Seahawks, the Seattle Times, where we made him this offer, this is what he wants, and he actually wanted like $45 million, because then $7 million would seem like, okay, can't get this done. $2 million though, yeah, here at NFL Philosophy, which legit source, obviously. Per the Seattle Times, the team made its final offer last Friday, 4-year extension worth $17 million per year. $38 million guaranteed. Adams wants $40 million guaranteed. The two sides also differ on cash flow with the Seahawks. So this is kind of what they were holding up allegedly via the Seattle Times and NFL Philosophy. They made it work. The standoff ends. Everybody's all kumbaya in Seattle with Russell Wilson and the boys back in the booth.
So that tweet says the offer was $17 million a year. He ended up giving $17.5 a year over 4 years. That could be the makeup of the $2 million right there if he does end up playing all those.
And boom, now we have a deal made. And now, is the Legion of Boom back?
Whoa!
No, it's not.
No.
All right? They had,
Not at all.
They had 4.
Yeah.
That were just guys or whatever. But Jamal makes them much, much better, AJ. And they need that because Russell Wilson, top 5 player of all time, you got to win to make that happen. And that's what the standoff was with the Seahawks earlier for him, if you do recall.
Well, Jamal's a guy that, too, he brings, like, a different form of safety play. Like, this dude is one of their best blitzers, too. So you always have to worry about him. If you're an opposing offensive coordinator, okay, like, this dude, we need to watch out because they'll bring him from all these different exotic looks. And, how the dude moves, too. He's special, like how he can move and how physical he is. So I'm not surprised they worked it out. I'm sure the Seahawks absolutely knew, like, hey, if we want to win, we we do need this guy right now.
What was it? He wasn't happy at the Jets, right? Nobody
Right.
was.
No.
Get
Hated
out of
it.
here. Goes to
That
Seattle.
was Gase, right?
Yeah, him and
Yeah.
Gase very publicly.
Well, it wasn't just Gase, too. It was the GM, right? Didn't he hate Joe as well? 'Cause
Yeah.
allegedly Joe was answering calls or something about him whenever he told him he wouldn't.
Yeah.
And then there was all that
Wanted
drama.
to be like Aaron Donald, where the Rams wouldn't pick up calls even if they got some.
Goes to Seattle, gets hurt, right? Did
Yeah.
he get hurt? And then the defense was much better when he was in there. I assume when he got traded, it was under the agreement that he would get a new deal with Seattle. So then when that doesn't happen, I was fascinated to see, the fallout PR-wise. Like, hey, the deal was you trade and then we get a deal done. That's why we came here. But then now he couldn't get a deal done. Was Jamal asking for too much? Was the way that it was being painted by the media with the information coming from Seattle? Like somebody posted like, oh, the Jets had the same problem with Jamal Adams. It's like, okay, they get a deal done. He's rich. Good for him.
Well, the player kind of has leverage there because they did give up 2 1s or whatever, right, for him. So, like, if you're going to trade the 2 1s and have me for only one season, that's on you.
Definitely a loss, but it doesn't mean you have to eat up $20 million a year into your salary cap too.
You don't, but you knew it though. You knew when you traded 2 1s for the guy, like, hey, this isn't a 1-year rental. Like, it's
What if it
known that
didn't
we're going
work?
to have to work an extension out.
Yeah, but what if it didn't work and they didn't do that?
Yeah, that's the risk you take doing that and making those trading 2 first rounders for a guy.
There was a report too that Seattle was ready to say, "Okay, fuck it, we'll franchise tag you next year, the year after, and the year after that if we have to."
And then he said he'd be franchised as a linebacker because that's what he sees himself as.
Yes.
No, the franchise tag is such a problem. That's like the tight ends. I think that's why the tight end university is becoming a real thing. I think they're trying to reset what the market is as well. Yeah, we catch just the same amount of balls as those guys making $6 million more a year than us.
Interesting.
And we block similar to the people that are making $5 million more than us. And then we're just sitting here doing both, getting shit. What is this all about?